Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode number 227 of Bill Man the Sport Guys podcast. I'm your host, Bill Man the Sports Guy. For the latest weekly news of the NFL, NBA, MLB, NHL, college sports, and WNBA, this is the podcast to be. All right. So let's start off with the NFL weekly power rankings from week 7 heading into week 8. It is crazy that we've gone this far in this season. All right. So let's start off. Number 32. I'm pretty sure you all know who I'm going to put at number 32. It is the New York Jets. Well, the Jets, I guess they kept it up in the score wise against the Carolina Panthers. Like, okay, cool, but in reality, this team is just in shambles. And honestly, there's some NFL teams that I'm even going to say in this video that is there even a light at the end of the tunnel? And I really put that on the New York Jets. Number 31, the Las Vegas Raiders. So, um, poor performance. They basically got destroyed by the Kansas City Chiefs 31 to nothing. Is Pete Carroll's job on the hot seat? I don't know. I really don't know. Nothing is going right for the Las Vegas Raiders, and hopefully they can turn around, but we're kind of in the halfway point of the year. Number 30, the Tennessee Titans. They almost lost by 20 to the New England Patriots, but honestly, it's just Cam Moore, and that's about it. Uh, no hope, and I don't even know if there's a light at the end of the tunnel for the Tennessee Titans. Number 29, the Miami Dolphins. So the Dolphins got destroyed by a very good Cleveland Browns defense. And Tua Tagovailoa is now going to be benched from the reports I was hearing. And honestly, I wouldn't be shocked if Mike McDaniel's one of the first coaches to get fired this season. Number 28, the New Orleans Saints. Credit to them for keeping the score a bit there against the Chicago Bears, but the Bears were having a field day with the New Orleans Saints from interceptions to touchdowns. Yeah, I mean, the Saints weren't supposed to be good this year anyway, so what were we really supposed to expect? Number 27, the Cleveland Browns. The Browns, I really think they have something going on the defensive side. Offensively is still a bit of question marks, in my opinion. And hey, they put a good effort against the Miami Dolphins. Number 26, the Baltimore Ravens. Now, they did not play at all during week 7, so they had a bye week. And man, could they have used the bye week more than ever. The past 2, 3 weeks, ever since Lamar Jackson has gone down with an injury, it has been shown what the Ravens really are without Lamar Jackson. And Derrick Henry still struggling this year. They really need to wake up if the Ravens want to make any attempts to make it to the postseason and on a Super Bowl run. Number 25, the Arizona Cardinals. Hey, they kept it close against a good Green Bay Packers team. But the problem with the Cardinals is I feel like they always start good, but then they just get so streaky for the rest of the year. And I feel like this was another example. They were up 6-3 at one point, then they were up 13-6, and then Green Bay came back and beat them 27-23. So yeah. Number 24, the Houston Texans. Boy, oh boy. I feel really bad for CJ Stroud. The offensive lineman still struggling, and they lost to Sam Darnold and the Seattle Seahawks. Yikes. Trouble is definitely in Houston happening. Number 23, the New York Giants. Hey, they had a really close game against the Denver Broncos. I mean, it was a high scoring game, but the Broncos came back and won at the end of the day. But hey, credit to the Giants. I feel like the rest of the season it's just going to get a lot tougher for the New York Giants. Number 22, the Minnesota Vikings. I don't know. I know they have a young quarterback, JJ McCarthy. They still have Carson Wentz, who first his former team. Yeah, they got Justin Jefferson. They got Aaron Jones. Kevin O'Connell's a good coach, but in terms of the long run and in the postseason, is this team going to get trusted? I just, I'm just having a hard time, you know. I There's a part of me that just believes that, if Minnesota keeps putting up streaky numbers, that they're just in a lot of trouble for the postseason. Number 21, the Cincinnati Bengals. Hey, they won. They kept it a pretty close game against the Pittsburgh Steelers, so credit to them. But in the long run, I don't see Super Bowl anytime soon. Number, oh yeah, that was supposed to be 20. So number 19 now, the Jacksonville Jaguars. Uh, yeah, the or number 20, the Jacksonville Jaguars. Yeah, the Jaguars. I don't know. They're a young team. Um, Took the hard loss, a bad loss against the Los Angeles Rams, but then that's about it. Then next up, I got the Carolina Panthers, who, hey, they got put a good effort in the win against the New York Jets. That's all I gotta say. Dallas Cowboys, boy, could I not been wrong on them. The Cowboys, I mean, man, they are surely something this year. Woo. I would say that, the Dak Prescott looked good, CeeDee Lamb looked amazing. Defense was fine, but hey, 16, or I'm sorry, that was 18. So 16 or 17. Let's put the Washington Commanders because I actually forgot to put them in the rankings, so that's my bad. But the Commanders, they're a really streaky team without Jane Daniels, and the effort against the Dallas Cowboys has really proved it. Number 16, I'm gonna go with the San Francisco 49ers. I really I'm having a hard time taking this team too seriously because at times I feel like they're gonna look good and look Super Bowl potential, but with all the injuries, I feel like it's just not there for me. So that's why I have the 49ers that low. Number 15, the Chicago Bears. Hey, this out of all the rankings, I think this is the highest the Bears have ever been. So hey, give yourselves a pat on the back, Bear fans. Um, Caleb Williams, the offense showed up, and the defense did pretty well against the New Orleans Saints. They were all over them. So, hey, good win for the Bears. Number 14, I'm going to go with the Atlanta Falcons. Falcons are still a young team. I would not count them out in terms of Super Bowl contenders because I think they could easily sneak in there. Although they did lose by 10 to the 49ers. But hey, the future looks brighter than ever. Number 13, I'm going to go with the Los Angeles Chargers. Hey, they're a younger team. We all knew they were going to hit a little bit of a streaky kind of loss streak. And they got destroyed by a really good Indianapolis Colts team. And that's really all I got to say. The Pittsburgh Steelers. Number 12, they're such a weird team. They look good on paper, but I feel like at times it hasn't fully been shown. Aaron Rodgers did pretty well against Jake Browning and the Cincinnati Bengals, but that's really all I gotta say. Close game, but the Bengals came away with it at the end. So keep your head up, Pittsburgh Steelers fans. Number 12, Philadelphia Eagles. Hey, a win's a win, but it was a close one. A little too close to call for the Philadelphia Eagles' liking. AJ Brown had a good game. Jalen Hurts was solid. Cooper DeJean on the defense looked amazing. And we'll see if they can keep it up for the rest of the season. Number 11, Denver Broncos. Broncos, they snuck away with the win against the New York Giants. Almost lost to them, which is crazy. But hey, the team rallied and they came back and won. Oh no, I said Pittsburgh at 12. Denver at 11. Yeah, Philadelphia at number 10. I already explained that. So let's go to number 9, the New England Patriots. They really gave it to the Tennessee Titans. So, hey, that was kind of an easy win against a bottom tier team in the Tennessee Titans. So, good for the Patriots. Number 8, Kansas City Chiefs. I get it. They're 4-3 on the year, or they're 5-3 now, but excuse me. Let's let's see some more consistency from the Chiefs offense because I feel like the first 7 weeks they've been so streaky all year long. So I wouldn't sleep them out of Super Bowl contenders, but can we maybe see some consistency from Patrick Mahomes, from Travis Kelce, Rashir Rice? I know he just came back from suspension. Xavier Worthy just got back from injury, which is desperately what the Chiefs needed. And can the defense step it up a bit? And while they did do really well against the Las Vegas Raiders. Number 7, Seattle Seahawks. Talk about underdog team for the 2025 season. It might be the Seattle Seahawks because, man, Sam Darnold. And by the way, with trade DK Metcalf in the offseason, man, look what the Eagles have done offensively. Number 6, Buffalo Bills. The Bills, I feel like they kind of, well, they did have a bit of a bye week, but the previous match, they were a little bit iffy to watch and play and showed a bit of streakiness, but hey, hope they can put it back together. Number 5, the Indianapolis Colts. I know some people have them as the best NFL team, but I just don't see it. Maybe I'm not willing to believe it yet because I feel like the Colts, yeah, even if they do make the playoffs, but they're also going to be set for disappointment. So I feel like I couldn't put them at 1. Maybe I will. I don't know. But yeah, Colts at 5. Number 4, the Los Angeles Rams. I mean, they took it against a young Jacksonville Jaguars team, which is why I don't have them in my top 3. I mean, the win was impressive, but it was also against the Jacksonville Jaguars. But hey, team did really well. Number 3, Green Bay Packers. The win, hey, we got a win, but it was not easy against the Arizona Cardinals. Almost lost that one, but we rallied back and won. So, hey, that's good. And now the Green Bay Packers get to play against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Aaron Rodgers gets to versus his team for the first time, or his former team for the first time. So that's going to be very interesting. Number 2, Detroit Lions. Jared Goff, Amara St. Brown. Do I have to go on? The defensive side, this team is awesome. Offensively, this is awesome. Dan Campbell, in my opinion, is, if not the best head coach in all the NFL. And number 1, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I really believe part of it has to do with the way Baker Mayfield has been balling all season long. Even though they did lose 24-9 against the Detroit Lions. But in the long run, I think Baker Mayfield has done an amazing job all season long. And the whole team has came out. Now, they are going to be without Mike Evans, so that's going to hit them a little bit. But I believe the Bucs can rally. They are another NFL team that I still would not put them out of the Super Bowl. So that's my power rankings for week 7 heading into week 8. Now, the NBA is back, so that's really fun at the time of this recording. The NHL season's still going on. One big news to talk about is that the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim have hired former catcher Kirk Suzuki. They haven't made the playoff. The Angels haven't made the playoffs in 11 years. And what surprises me, two more former players who they were in the conversation of hiring. Albert Pujols, one of the best hitters in baseball, and Torrey Hunter, one of the best outfielders in all of baseball. And then they go with Kirk Suzuki. That's going to be very interesting. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on Twitter at Billman Sports, Instagram at Billman Sports Guy, and here on YouTube at Billman Sports Guy. Another one, former catcher Martin Maldonado has announced his retirement. He has spent his career with the Brewers, the Angels, the Astros, the Royals, the Cubs, the White Sox, and the San Diego Padres. Good defensive catcher, but offensively, honestly, it was a bit of a struggle. So, congratulations on a solid, good Major League Baseball career to Martin Maldonado. And then the last thing I wanted to discuss, excuse me, Sidney Crosby, Evgeny Malkin, and Chris Letang have all played with the Pittsburgh Penguins since 2006, 2007. They are the longest trio in NHL history. So I want to know from NHL fans, where do you rank Malkin, Crosby, and Letang on the trio power rankings? And also, one fun stat that I want to give NFL wise. The offensive line for the Bears has gotten better to where offensive guard Joe Thuney, or Thundy, I apologize if I said it wrong. He has not allowed a sack / had a penalty so far this season. So that's a bit impressive. Okay, now before we go, two more questions I want to throw out to you all. Number one, NBA champions. Who's going to win the NBA Finals in 2026? Right now, I still think it's going to be the Oklahoma City Thunder. I would not fully sleep on the Boston Celtics. I also think the New York Knicks have a good chance. I also think the Cleveland Cavaliers have a solid chance. And the sleeper team, if it all goes well, the Houston Rockets. So those are my top 5 teams who have won the NBA Finals. The biggest question I am going to ask for all NHL fans, are we going to see a different Stanley Cup champion this season? Or are the Florida Panthers going to win for the 3rd straight year in a row? Remember to always let me know on Twitter at Billman Sports, Instagram at Billman Sports Guy, and here on YouTube at Billman Sports Guy. So thank you for tuning in to episode number 227 of Billman the Sport Guys podcast. I'm your host, Billman the Sports Guy. For the latest news of the NFL, NBA, MLB, NHL, college sports, and WNBA, this is the podcast to be. Stay tuned for episode number 228. Peace.